very warm welcome to our special presentation, Parliament Matters from the Parliament House Complex, where we bring you important highlights of the last session and also the developments through the week in Parliament. I'm Kriti Mishra, and let's begin the show with important highlights of the 249th session of the Rajya Sabha. During the last session, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu called for parliamentary reforms. He urged for a debate on automatic lapsing of bills passed by the Lok Sabha, pending in the Rajya Sabha after the dissolution of the lower house. He also expressed anguish and cautioned against dysfunctional legislatures.
The 249th session saw some significant interventions by Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu in the Rajya Sabha. With 22 pending bills having lapsed in the Rajya Sabha with the dissolution of 16th Lok Sabha and 33 more bills pending in the upper house for years, Chairman Naidu called for a debate on the issue. Interestingly, 3 bills have been pending as many as 20 years in the upper house now.
248th session of the Rajya Sabha, a total of 55 bills were pending consideration in this August House. After lapsing of the 22 bills that were referred to earlier, the pendants of this House now stands at 33 bills. 3 bills are pending for more than 20 years. 6 bills are pending 10 to 20 years. 14 bills are pending between 5 to 10 years. 10 bills are pending in less than 5 years. The oldest pending bill, the Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 1987, has been pending for more than 32 years. This is certainly not a happy situation. These pending bills include the Constitution 79th Amendment Bill 92, provisions of the Municipalities Extension Scheduled Area Amendment Bill 2001, the Seeds Bill 2004, the Pesticide Management Bill 2011, the Mines Amendment Bill 2011, the Interstate Migrant Workman Amendment Bill 2011, the Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Amendment Bill 2012, the Building and Other Construction Workers Related Amendment Bill 2013, the Work Properties Eviction of Unauthorized Occupants Bill 2014, etc. and some more.
The chairman also expressed concern over the time lost to disruptions. He asserted that the dysfunctional, disruptive environment needed to change, while insisting that democratic structures can't be allowed to weaken further.
I have been expressing time and again my concern about the disruptions of the proceedings of the House and the negative public perception arising out of this dysfunctional state of affairs. Substantial loss of functional time results in very low productivity, pendency of crucial legislations, and the resultant lapse of some of these bills on the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. Every question hour lost means an opportunity of seeking answers from the government on a number of issues of policy implementation and governance by around 40 members. Every 0 hour lost means depriving 15 members from raising issues of immediate public importance. Similarly, if the House does not function, about 10 more members lose their opportunity of raising many issues in the House in other forums. Ultimately, this August House would be that what you want it to be, a performing one or a dysfunctional one. People of the country want it to be a performing one. If you have the other ideas, you owe an explanation to the people, the ultimate masters. There is a growing perception that our democracy is in danger through dysfunctional legislatures around the country and also here.
The chairman also sought a debate on why there was a wide gap between the number of bills passed by the 16th Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha.
I would like to invite your attention to another important dimension of the functioning of the Parliament. We should examine the reason why there was a wide gap between the number of bills passed in 16th Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, especially when compared to 15th Lok Sabha. I am not for a moment suggesting that one house of the Parliament should blindly follow the other house. Careful consideration by both the houses is absolutely required. Informed debates and reasoned argument is the heart of parliamentary democracy. During the debates in the Constituent Assembly, thereafter in the need for second chamber of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, several luminaries, including Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, stressed that Rajya Sabha should act as a check on the hasty legislation spurred by the possible political considerations in the other house, but not to obstruct the very course of legislation by the Parliament.
Reminding members that Rajya Sabha, being the House of Elders, has an added responsibility. The chairman said people expect a mature outlook, dispassionate and sensitive contemplation, and meaningful deliberations on issues of public importance. He urged members to live up to expectations and be role models for other legislatures. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Time to look at important start questions that were answered by the government during the last session. In fact, Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani informed the members of the upper house that the centre has issued an advisory to the state governments to ensure 33% reservation for women in police forces to ensure their empowerment. In fact, this initiative has been implemented by 10 states and 7 union territories.
On June 27th, Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani informed Rajya Sabha it is a myth that girl child is unprotected only amongst the uneducated and that there is discrimination towards her in areas where well-educated families live. She enumerated several steps taken by the government for women empowerment.
Schemes like Mudra Yojana, in fact, encourage more and more women to become financially independent. And as a female MP, I'm very proud to say that under Mudra Yojana, 70% of the beneficiaries turned out to be women. But I must say here, sir, that when we encourage programs such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, we encourage families to save in the name of the girl child, so that the girl child then, when she reaches an age of maturity, decides where and how she would like the family to use that money. Some girls may opt for marriage, but many girls today opt to be financially independent and start their own businesses.
Responding to another query, Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said that around 2.22 crore villagers were given digital education under Pradhan Mantri Grameen Digital Saksharta Abhiyan.
डिजिटल इंडिया कई स्वरूपों में कार्यक्रम करती है। उसी में एक विचार आया कि जब तक हम उनको डिजिटली साक्षर नहीं करेंगे तब तक वो डिजिटल उपकरणों के साथ काम नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो 3 इसके स्तर थे, जिसको हमने पहला 10 लाख लोगों को किया ट्रेन पायलट में, फिर दूसरा लगभग हम लोगों ने 53 लाख लोगों को किया, फिर इसका विस्तारीकरण किया पीएम की दिशा में, जिसमें देश के हम 6 करोड़ ग्रामीण लोगों को डिजिटली साक्षर करने का कार्यक्रम करा रहे हैं। धन्यवाद। जिसमें 2.32 करोड़ हो गए हैं।
Questions were also raised on Chandrayaan mission and agreements with neighbouring countries. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Time for a short break. Lots more on the other side.
देखिए आपका कानून रविवार सुबह 10 बजे से लाइव। कॉल कीजिए और पूछिए अपने सवाल।
million people have now given the thumbs up to Rajya Sabha television. RSTV's growth has been phenomenal, with the journey from 2 million to 3 million being completed in less than 6 months. That's over 6,200 new subscribers every day. Our online viewers are engaging with us more actively. Every day, thousands like, share and comment on our videos. So come and join this growing tribe of RSTV viewers and get ready for an exciting journey.
Rabindranath Tagore was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913 for his book Gitanjali. In 1950, he composed the music and lyrics for India's national anthem Jana Gana Mana. And when Bangladesh became independent in 1971, they chose Tagore's song Amar Shonar Bangla as its national anthem. Tagore's life and works have made him a cultural icon, studied the world over, even into the 21st century.
here in this palace, we saw that all type of religious art and architecture. Do you want Hindu, like Islamic, like Christian, like Gothic, and entire thing was influenced by the Persian style.
Krishnaja Vadiyar IV and his mother decided to build the present palace in 1897 itself.
He was a unique person with unique taste. He wanted the best, something unique for Mysore and people who are visiting Mysore.
The whole hall is having a balcony, and then one floor and the two floors. The royal family members used to sit on the balcony, and for the marriage function or any function is going on. Even Dasara procession functions were taking place in that particular place.
People look at it as a palace, but for us it's our home. We don't look at it as, we don't get overwhelmed, or at least it's been like that for my husband and myself.
The Nehru Trophy boat race of Kerala, popularly called Vallam Kali in local parlance. This historic boat race dates back to 1952, when Pandit Nehru visited the state and a pageantry of boats accompanied him from Kottayam to Alappuzha. The race, conducted on the second Saturday of August every year, is a major tourist attraction. It's generally the snake boats which participate in the race, and hence the shape of the winner's trophy is also a replica of a snake boat.
Watch The Big Picture with me, Frank Rausen Pereira, at 9:30 p.m.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
देखिए मेरे साथ देश देशांतर रात 8:30 सिर्फ राज्यसभा टीवी पर।
अहमदाबाद में साबरमती आश्रम में गांधी जी रहते थे। ये आश्रम में रहने वाले और गांधी जी के अंतेवासी महादेव भाई एक बार 2 बाल्टी पानी से स्नान किया, तो गांधी जी ने एक दिन उपवास रखा। गांधी जी को प्रश्न पूछा कि बापू आज आपने क्यों उपवास रखा है? तो गांधी जी ने जवाब दिया कि आज मैंने इसलिए उपवास रखा है कि महादेव भाई देसाई 2 बाल्टी पानी से स्नान किया है। 2 बाल्टी पानी से स्नान करने से पानी का व्यय होगा। ये आदत देश की जनता की हो जाएगी तो देश में पानी का सूखा पड़ेगा, पानी की कमी होगी।
Welcome back. You're watching Parliament Matters. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh allayed the apprehensions of the members of the upper house on a host of issues related to defence. He also said that no soldier with disability will be inconvenienced.
Responding to supplementaries during question hour on July 8th, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that a clarification has been sought from the Central Board of Direct Taxes on taxing the disability pension of the soldiers who have served the full term.
यह सच है कि सीबीडीटी के द्वारा डिसेबिलिटी पेंशन पर जो एक इनकम टैक्स का एग्जम्पशन था उसको लेकर एक आदेश जारी हुआ है, लेकिन उस आदेश को मंत्रालय के लोगों ने मैंने कहा भी उसका पूरा अध्ययन करने के लिए, लेकिन अध्ययन करने के बाद मंत्रालय ने जो जानकारी दी है उस आधार पर मंत्रालय को मैंने कहा कि इस संबंध में पुनः एक बार सीबीडीटी से क्लैरिफिकेशन सीख किया जाना चाहिए और क्लैरिफिकेशन हासिल करने के बाद ही मैं सदन को इस बात की जानकारी दे पाऊंगा.
Replying to a separate question on whether there was an intelligence failure that led to the suicide attack in Kashmir's Pulwama on February 14th this year, the Defence Minister informed members that the probe by the National Investigation Agency was still ongoing.
सभापति महोदय, और अभी एनआईए की जांच अभी पूरी नहीं हो सकी है जहां तक मेरी जानकारी है, क्योंकि यह विषय गृह मंत्रालय से संबंधित है और गृह मंत्रालय ही इसका सही उत्तर दे सकता है, लेकिन जो मेरी जानकारी अभी तक की है शायद अभी तक वह जांच पूरी नहीं हो पाई है.
Singh also defended the government's decision to disinvest stakes in Bharat Earth Movers Limited, a defence public sector unit, and said the strategic investment will bring more professional capability.
मैं यह जानकारी देना चाहता हूं सभापति महोदय कि जो स्ट्रेटेजिक डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट का प्रोसेस है वो लगभग उसमें 16 स्टेप्स हैं. 5 स्टेप्स तक का काम अब तक पूरा हो चुका है, शेष स्टेप्स का भी काम पूरा करना है.
Questions were also raised about bulletproof jackets for defence forces and casualties of soldiers serving at high altitudes. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And here's a recap of all important developments in Parliament through the week.
The Registration of Marriage of Non-Resident Indian Bill 2019, which makes it mandatory for NRI men to register their marriages within 30 days of getting married, has been referred to the Parliament Standing Committee on External Affairs. The bill empowers passport authorities to impound or revoke passport or travel documents of NRIs who fail to register their marriage within the stipulated time. The proposed law will be applicable to NRIs marrying Indian women within or even outside India, according to the bill. The Cinematograph Amendment Bill and the National Institutes of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management Bill have been referred to Parliament Standing Committee on Information Technology and the Panel on Agriculture, respectively. The report is to be submitted within 2 months. BJP National Spokesperson Sudhanshu Trivedi was elected unopposed to the Rajya Sabha in the by-election from Uttar Pradesh. The seat had fallen vacant after the demise of former Union Minister Arun Jaitley. Trivedi's term in the Rajya Sabha will end in April 2024.
पार्टी समय समय पर सभी कार्यकर्ताओं को कोई न कोई दायित्व देती रहती है. उसी के अनुसार मुझे भी समय समय पर जो भी दायित्व मिला मैंने उसका अपनी क्षमता के अनुसार उपयुक्तता के साथ निर्वहन करने का प्रयास किया और इस दायित्व में भी मेरा यह प्रयास रहेगा कि पार्टी की छवि, पार्टी की विचारधारा, हमारे नेतृत्व श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के व्यक्तित्व की आभा के अनुरूप मैं अपने इस दायित्व का निर्वहन कर सकूं.
The BJP also rested the Rajya Sabha seat in Bihar, which had fallen vacant upon the death of former Union Minister Ram Jethmalani. BJP leader Satish Chandra Dubey was declared elected unopposed since no other candidate had filed nomination papers for the by-elections. A parliamentary delegation led by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla will attend the 141st Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union to be held in Serbia from October 13th to October 17th. The Indian parliamentary delegation comprises MPs from across parties including Shashi Tharoor, Kanimori Vansukhsayam, Ramkumar Verma and Sasmit Patra. Lok Sabha Secretary General Snehalata Srivastav and Rajya Sabha Secretary General Desh Deepak Verma will also be part of the delegation. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Let's take a look at important zero-hour submissions in the last session. Demands were raised in the upper house to combat trafficking of drugs and its abuse in the country. Take a look.
During 0 hour on the 1st of July, Congress member Motilal Vora raised the issue of drug abuse in the country. Chairman Naidu also admitted the seriousness of the issue.
2613 तंबाकू का सेवन और 1410 छात्र बीड़ी और सिगरेट का सेवन करते पाए गए। 231 छात्र शराब का सेवन और 191 छात्र फ्लूड पेट्रोल सुलोचन में सीरीज के नशा लेने की लत के शिकार मिले। इस स्थिति को देखते हुए सरकार का यह दायित्व बन जाता है कि वह इसी प्रकार का एक सर्वे पूरी दिल्ली के सरकारी स्कूलों में पढ़ने वाले छात्रों का कराए और देश भर में विशेष रूप से महानगरों के सरकारी स्कूलों में पढ़ने वाले बच्चों का सर्वे कराए ताकि उन्हें इस अंधेरे कुएं से निकाली जा सके।
महत्वपूर्ण विषय है, इसलिए हमने एक कॉल अटेंशन नोटिस भी एडमिट किया है इसी हफ्ते में इस विषय के बारे में। तब बाकी सदस्य जिनको कुछ कहना है तो वो लोग पहले नाम दिए तो उनको भी पार्टी के अनुसार मौका मिलेगा।
Meanwhile, Jose K. Mani of the Kerala Congress M opposed the proposal to snap supply of kerosene to ration card holders with electricity and cooking gas connections.
Policy is introduced. It is going to affect almost 85 lakhs of people in Kerala, especially the fisher folks. As you know, the fisher folks are called the soldiers of Kerala. Mainly, we saw that the devastating flood situation took place last year in August, and it was the fishermen folks who came forward to save lakhs of people's life. And as it is, they are in great difficulties by cutting short the quota of kerosene earlier.
Naresh Gujral of the Shiromani Akali Dal raised the issue of growing gun culture in the country, with firearms being used with impunity.
Guns are now present everywhere in the country, both licensed and unlicensed. And the way they are being used with impunity, sir, we need to think about it and do something about it.
Jharna Das Baidio of the CPM demanded steps to deal with the drought-like situation in the northeastern part of the country.
नदी में भी पानी सूख गया, तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में मैं सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से अनुरोध करती हूँ, जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कोई प्रोजेक्ट नहीं लेगा, कोई पैसा सैंक्शन नहीं करेगा, तो प्रदेश का बहुत सारी ऐसे बहुत सारी नुकसान होगा।
Issues ranging from melting Himalayan glaciers, high airfare between Delhi and Dharamshala, and direct rail link between Dharwad and Belgaum in North Karnataka were also raised during 0 hour that day. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
So that's all we had for you in this edition of Parliament Matters. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Rajya Sabha Television.